Good evening from Universal Studios Japan. There's only one more hour left open of the park. I came here pretty late, so let's see what we can do. Probably only one ride. And then we'll check out Citywalk and also look for some Christmas stuff now that has started. Let's go. Walking towards the park, I want to point this out now. All of the restaurants, particularly Wolfgang Puck, is completely empty. But once the park closes, these restaurants will have huge waits outside, and we'll check that out later on because we'll get some dinner out in Citywalk. Looks like they're making some progress on the Sushi Row. Last time it was just a board. Now they have scrim up. And you can see all of the ticket booths are closed because they are definitely sold out of tickets for the day. Looking at the closed attractions part, it got really big. I'm still awaiting the day that T2 and Backdraft return to the park. All right, we're in, and right away they're playing Christmas music. That is pretty awesome. I would say these illuminated trees are a really nice Christmas touch, except they do this year round. Every time I've come, these trees have been illuminated. I like the window displays they have in some of the stores. Snoopy, Sesame Street character, don't know who that is, Hello Kitty. Looks like they have a minion on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and check out the wait for Hollywood Dream. I'm afraid though if I do it, it'll be my only ride for tonight. And I feel like I could get maybe 2, possibly 3 if I do something else. Clocking in at a 60-minute wait, 30 for singles. So I think I'll try this one a different day. I always forget the Schwartz Pharmacy here is the Mario Cafe. Because during the day it's usually busy and you can't see in the windows as well. But it's empty right now, only a few people. And here's what they've got. No bake cheesecake, strawberry shortcake. I must say, I do kind of like these trees they have in front of the Hello Kitty store. Makes me hungry for candy for some reason. I'm glad to see that all of the cars are back in front of Mel's. When I was here last month, they were not here. Now they're back. Here's a look at the wait times. Everything is pretty short, but you look on this board, a whole lot of 5 and 10 minute rides. That does look so fun. And the music you get to choose really adds. I'm actually going to head over to Jaws and get a nighttime Jaws ride in, because that's still a pretty special thing to be able to do, only here in Universal Japan. Nighttime Jaws actually has a pretty big line. You can see it all the way to this boathouse, because everyone knows nighttime Jaws is best Jaws. They look so happy. The beach must be safe. No one's here though. Waiting here looks like I got the left side, which is the best side for this ride. And you can see our boat's about to come. Jaws was fantastic as always, but being on the left side, I got a critical hit with water, and you can see a whole leg is just completely soaked. Even the boat skipper was laughing as I walked off because it was just all obvious. Not the best thing on a cold night. Pretty funny though. There goes the flying dinosaur. Also a fun one, but takes a while. Jaws only ended up being about 10 minutes, but it's quite a long ride. I think that last ride for the night is going to be Spider-Man, because that one is really quick to get on and get through. That way we can maybe get out of the park to Citywalk before it starts to get really crowded with the restaurants. I said earlier I really wanted T2 and Backdraft to open back up. More importantly, with Backdraft, I've never seen any variation of it at all. So to me, it would be a completely new experience, whereas T2 is, I imagine, a clone of the one they had in Hollywood and Orlando. Not sure on that though, but I'm fairly certain it's the same, except in Japanese. I noticed this sign over at the Happiness Cafe. They have the Minion Burger 20th special thing, which they've had for a while. But look at this. It doesn't say what it is, it's the Christmas Minion. It looks like chicken and waffles. If it is, that sounds amazing, and it looks so good. The No Limit Food Market, which always has specialty items for whatever event is going on. They did the 20th anniversary, they did the Halloween special items. Now they have Christmas special items. All of it's closed though, because the park's about to close. I'll come back tomorrow for sure and check them out. This actually looks really weird with how empty it is. To the right is where the Mummy would be in Florida, but it's Spider-Man here. It's so empty. Walking up to Spider-Man, I was wondering why the buildings back in New York were all dark. I know the park's closing, but that didn't seem like a good reason. It looks like the reason is because they have projections. Over on the side over here, back there as well. We'll check those out after doing Spider-Man real quick. If it's open, which, hard to say. People are going up, they're stopping. Well, if she let him in, there might be hope. All right, and we are in. I might be the very last person too. Let's go Team Scoop. I like that they have this hallway portion of the queue, and you can hear things going on between the doors. Always love the queue for Spider-Man. I still always love the little Easter egg they have here on the left. The Jonah Jameson with Stan Lee photo. You rarely get to see this so empty. Didn't even have to do single rider today. Spider-Man was great as always, but check out these. I don't even know what they're supposed to be. It's like one of those hoodies, but it's not. It's like a cape or something. Huh. Oh wow, walking out of the store, I'm just now seeing this huge tree. I was only able to see the illuminations over there and back here. Let's take a look at the tree though. The lights on this thing are so fantastic. I don't even know if there's a tree under there. It just looks like pure lights. Pretty awesome. My camera's not very good in the dark, but as with anything that's photogenic in Japan, people are all about this tree. Coming up, getting pictures. Pretty cool. I've been talking this whole time about how the park only had 1 hour left open. It's been 45 minutes since then, so there's 15 minutes technically left. The park closes at 7 tonight, which is pretty early. Normally it's open till 8, sometimes 9, but for a lot of the days in December, for whatever reason, the park closes at 7. So be mindful of that if you're coming out around that time frame. Whole bunch of peanut stuff for the holidays, as to be expected. I definitely tomorrow want to go check out the peanut store and see if they have anything else. Here is a whole wall of Snoopy ears and Hello Kitty ears. I just noticed there's some pairs up there that are Hello Kitty. If you look closer, that one's got a Snoopy, Hello Kitty, with a bow. Didn't see a whole lot of holiday merchandise, but I only took a quick glance in the store. Didn't really do a full walk around. I'm gonna do that all tomorrow, specifically finding Christmas food and merchandise and other offerings that they have here. For now, let's get some food at Citywalk. I'm trying to picture the Orlando Globe in my head right now to see if this one's bigger or not. I'm sure they're the same size. You could see people standing next to it, but it looks so big. I don't know. All right, off to Citywalk. So many options. Now, I usually say to avoid the Hard Rocks and the Bubba Gumps and all that, because they're like tourist restaurants you can find anywhere. But oddly enough, living in Japan, especially in Kyushu, it's so rare to get to see those restaurants, and it almost feels nostalgic and special to get to go to them. It feels like it's part of the universal experience in a weird way. So I may end up going to like Bubba Gump or Hard Rock or Wolfgang Puck even. Looking at Hard Rock, what I think I'm gonna do is get dinner somewhere else and dessert here, because on their holiday menu, they've got a pistachio New York cheesecake, and that sounds pretty awesome. So that way we can get more variety. This is what their main meal is. Looks pretty good also. I think I'm gonna do it. Bubba Gump for dinner, and then afterwards we'll check out Hard Rock. I know, very Japanese. In Bubba Gump, they gave me my own booth. Funny, they have this huge piece of plastic here blocking. And of course, being Bubba Gump, they have the Run Forrest Run, Stop Forrest Stop. And here's a quick look at their specials they have. This is a pumpkin, sweet potatoes, and shrimp. That sounds so good, actually. We've got a rib with tempura shrimp. Looks like we've got a dessert here, which looks really good too, a pumpkin bread pudding. Oh man, I don't know, that's so tough to decide. Because that other one, that pistachio cheesecake, looked good, but this looks really good too. I went with something simple since I'm getting the dessert. This is a popcorn shrimp. Got some sauces on the side, but what's cool about it is it actually has little fried jalapenos and other peppers as well with shrimp. Now, I've actually gotten this before here at this Bubba Gump in Osaka, and it's really good. It was funny though, because Japan doesn't really do spicy a lot. Like they can't take it quite as well, and you won't find spice in a lot of their foods. So they warned me that jalapenos are spicy. All right, that shrimp was fantastic. Now let's head over to Hard Rock and check out the pistachio cheesecake dessert. Actually, I want to take a look in Little Osaka real quick because it's open. But let's take a look at Wolfgang Puck. You may have noticed earlier, we walked by here and it was empty. Now, you can see every table is full, or recently just had guests there. Of course, they have a handful of Mario plush characters and other merchandise. I like these, whatever they are. They're like 8-bit figures, I think. The best thing is all of the packaged desserts. These ones look like chocolate balls filled with something. Now, I've actually gotten these ones before and they are really good. They're basically kind of like apricot apple pies, if that makes any sense. They got cupcakes. I feel like these weren't here the first time I came. And you can see actually there's very few left. Quite popular. I actually remember getting this one before as well. They're like these little cakes that are filled. You can see right there. Super delicious. And they have plenty of Kimetsu no Yaiba stuff, because that is the most popular thing in Japan. It's been for the last year now. It goes along this entire wall actually. Different cream-filled rolls. Vanilla, matcha, and banana. These are kind of funny. They look like little tacos almost. And they're also from Kobe. I guess that makes sense. Kobe is right next to Osaka, so. It's funny because there are tons of traditional Japanese restaurants here at Citywalk, but that's kind of like daily eating as a local. Here is the pistachio cheesecake. It is very green and looks delicious. The plate is cold, so it's probably just sitting in a refrigerator. But I'll tell you what, that looks awesome. Alright, that cheesecake was really good, and I'd say worth it, even though it was almost $10 US if you translate it. Because pistachio cheesecake, where do you see that? Cheesecake Factory needs to get on board with that one because it is a really good flavor. You can see Citywalk is starting to thin out, and with that, it is time to head back to the hotel. Alright, that is going to do it this evening from Universal Studios Japan and Universal Citywalk. Kind of funny because we only got to spend about 50 minutes in the park, but got to do 2 rides, which was really cool, and got to eat at 2 restaurants here at Citywalk. Overall, great night. Absolutely love this park. It is one of the best ones, I think. So that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.